Well, not the best result.
No, it was a frustrating day for us today. We more or less got what we deserved. I think we were poor first half. And look, I've said many times they're an honest group and we speak openly. I just think we was a little bit off what our standards are, and them standards are getting close to people and dictating play and working a bit harder than we did first half. We was a little bit lacklustre, which was frustrating, and then to concede 10 seconds before half time sort of changed everything in a way where obviously they could then run the clock down, they could then take time, which, look, I don't blame them for that. It's a great win for them. Then obviously the two injuries that we picked up first half to Kieran, which doesn't look good at this moment, and Patch, which also doesn't look good at this moment, made it tougher. But I said to the lads that come on, we had to change shape, which was a risk because we haven't worked on three at the back. But I thought we did okay. Second half, I thought we created a couple of really gilt-edged chances where we've got to score. So we could have got something out of it, but we haven't. We've picked up injuries and lost some. Just frustrated, really, because the standards we've set in September, the games that we've won, the way that we've played, was missing today. So it's about taking that lesson from today. Like I said to lads, football gives you nothing. You have to be on it and at your best at all times and work ever so hard. And that's how you get results. That's how we got results in September. So if you don't win, you learn. And hopefully we've learned today that we need to keep at them standards and get back to winning games of football.
Overall, it was a poor game, really.
Yeah, it was a bit bitty, but it was what they set up to do. They were winning second balls. They was heading it, kicking it, making it a bit of a fight. So it wasn't a spectacle by any means. And yeah, it's so disappointed that we've obviously not progressed. It was obviously the trophy was what we did really well in last year, so we wanted to try and emulate that and progress, and we haven't. So we're disappointed, but it's difficult for me to be too harsh on them. They know, we know as a group that we weren't as good as we have been. A fair play to Stourbridge, they got the win and progressed into the next round.
Is there anything that you can identify how it went wrong today?
Not really. Obviously, missing Cole Hammond and the Dan was obviously a big blow. But like I said to the lads, we're a squad. We're a squad, and I've got a squad of players that are good enough to play at this level, good enough to play in this game. I just think we maybe approached the game a little bit off it for whatever reason. I'm not sure what that is, because we've obviously not had a game midweek, so there's no fatigue, I don't think. But we were just off it. I know sometimes you have days like that, but I'm hoping there's not too many of them, and hopefully it's give us the kick up the backside that we need to now kick on and start winning games again.
Do you think it could have been the change of shape and time to adapt to that?
There was no change of shape.
First half. We didn't have a winger, did we?
No, but Seth's played out there before. Obviously, putting Craney at left back is not ideal, but they play lopsided, so I thought we would get a bit of joy, which we would have. I think if we'd have won more second balls and got the ball down and played, we made it a bit scrappy first half. So I'm not sure it was the change of shape or personnel playing slightly in different positions. I think it was the fact that we had no real quality first half. The change of shape that happened at half time, I thought we improved. I thought we got lots of ball high up the pitch with Craney. I thought the left back did okay against him, to be fair. We had loads of corners, which we didn't set up, and took the easy option of just slinging it in the box, which a lot of their players are 6'2". We were never going to win them. So we just lacked that real bit of quality final third. Obviously, the two gilt-edged chances. Jacob, look, he scored loads of goals lately. He'll be kicking himself he didn't score. And young Seth should square it. Jacob's got a tap in. So it's just decision making final third. If it had been a bit better, I think we'd probably get something out of the game and possibly win it. But ifs, buts and maybes. We haven't won. We've lost 1-0. We're out of the trophy. So we'll reflect. I've told the lads, and Tom's told the lads, to analyse themselves, their performance, what could have been better. Because I think that's important, especially when you've not done so well. Even when you win, you need to still strive to improve. And it's quite easy when you're winning games. It's a tough night for us tonight with the injuries, but individually, collectively, we'll look at it and see where we could improve.
moving ahead. Now got to pick ourselves up for the big game, for club record on the line in the FA Cup.
Yeah, and it's a tough one. It is a tough one. Obviously, I've seen Maidstone, they're a big physical side. They're obviously 2 leagues above us. So, yeah, but we'll be up for it. We'll obviously have a look at them. We've already watched them once. We'll see who we got fit. Obviously, the injuries aren't ideal. And we'll be looking to progress and make history for the football club.
How big for you personally is the game?
Massive. Today was massive for me. All games that I'm manager of Needham Market are massive for me. Whether it be League, whether it be Premier Cup, whatever. Obviously, the FA Cup, it gets a lot more publicity and out there because of the nature of the competition. So yes, it is massive, but today was massive, just as big. So I'm disappointed today, but there's one way to get over disappointment, and that's by getting results. And if we get one next week, today will be forgotten about a little bit.
It's the case of just bouncing back as soon as possible.
Yeah, well that consistency that I've spoke about before, we have been consistent. In September, we won all 6 games, only conceded 1 goal. When you lose, how do you bounce back? And I've said it so often, they're an unbelievable group. They know they were below par today, but we'll put it right. We'll work hard, we'll train hard, and I'm sure we'll bounce back.